the most important thing is the fact that despite the political headwind and the fear of our people, we continue to engage with our partners. The success of the 2.3 billion bond, subscription, oversubscribed, is the most, at this stage. So the task ahead is immense. We are engaging the world diplomatically, and we assure all of you that we will, defeat terrorism in this country. The task ahead is immense, but it's our resolve to move forward with unity and purpose, guided by renewed hope agenda to build a prosperous, inclusive, and resilient Nigeria. Thank you very much.
May I crave your indulgence to start by just thanking you, Your Excellency, and all the members of the Federal Executive Council for your tremendous support, encouragement, indeed prayers, and kind wishes during my recent illness. I thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Chairman, and members of FAC, the reforms that have been taken under your renewed hope agenda, though bold and sometimes unpopular, are rooted in a clear objective to build a competitive economy that attracts, creates jobs and lifts millions out of poverty. In Q2 2025, Nigeria's GDP grew by 4.23%, the highest in a decade outside the COVID rebound. 13 sectors recorded growth above 7%, up from 9 in the previous quarter, showing broad-based resilience. The industrial sector nearly doubled its growth from 3.72% to 7.45%, reflecting rising productivity and investor confidence. Inflation eased to 18% in December, while, as we know, foreign exchange reserves topped 43 billion and our trade surplus topped 7.4 trillion. Clear examples of macroeconomic stability. As the consumer spending basket published earlier this year shows, our citizens now spend maybe about half of their income on basic needs, food, shelter, and clothing. And that's compared with almost 90% previously. This signals a country moving from subsistence towards productivity and indeed affluence. Nigeria's removal from the Financial Action Task Force Grey List, FATF Grey List, marks a major milestone in strengthening our financial integrity and confidence. At the recent World Bank IMF annual meetings, global leaders commended our reforms. Our progress and the revised IMF growth forecast of up to nearly 4% and improved credit ratings. A key takeaway is the urgency to mobilize domestic resources and provide investment to finance infrastructure and, all importantly, job-rich growth. Yesterday's hugely successful 2.35 billion euro bond issuance, in which the order book peaked at over $13 billion, is a testament to continued investor confidence in our country and our reform agenda and Mr. President's leadership, despite the political headwinds which we are all aware of. The market shrugged off those political considerations and focused on the economic fundamentals of Nigeria. Sir, we remain committed to your vision of a 1 trillion naira economy by 2030. But to achieve this, we must accelerate output to 7% per annum growth by 2027, not just as an economic target, but as a moral imperative to end poverty. Critical to attaining this growth trajectory will be attracting a necessary investment into our economy. With public investment at only 5% of GDP, we must urgently develop investment-ready projects across so many sectors that will crowd in large-scale domestic and external capital, direct investment in the economy by Nigerians as well as by foreigners. Ministers overseeing key sectors, for example, infrastructure, mining, education, health, agriculture, blue economy, digital innovation, arts and culture, must work with the subnational governments, the states, to identify and package projects that meet investor expectations. And it is likely under the policy coordination mandate, I'm sure that maybe the volume and the quality of private investment mobilized will become a key metric of the leadership, particularly in those areas. Every naira must be optimized to sustain momentum and amid global liquidity constraints where there is less coming from multilateral institutions. We have to depend on our own resources. The next phase of reforms will remove barriers holding back investors. We will review tariffs and import restrictions to stimulate productivity and investment. A detailed review of the Federation and federal balance sheets is underway to optimize asset management for inclusive growth. We are improving fiscal reporting and budget realism, tightening expenditure frameworks, and ensuring reforms gains are made available to all Nigerians.
Thank you.
Formally inform council members of the death of Senator Solomon Wuga, a former member of the Federal Executive Council. The late Senator Solomon Wuga was an accomplished leader, administrator, and patriotic statesman whose public service spanned several decades. His career was characterized by his deep commitment to governance, institutional strengthening, and the socio-economic development of Nigeria. He was elected Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State in 1999, but was later appointed Minister of State, Federal Capital Territory in the same year, which means he wasn't sworn in as Deputy Governor. Under the administration of President Olusegun Obasanjo, he contributed significantly to administrative reforms, urban development, and policy coordination in the nation's capital. Senator Wuga went on to represent Nasarawa North Senatorial District in the 7th National Assembly, where he distinguished himself as a seasoned legislator and advocate for national development. Senator Solomon Wuga passed away on 23rd September at the age of 70 in Egypt. Your Excellency, Mr. President, may I respectfully request that the Council members rise and observe a minute's silence in honor of Senator Wuga. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Administration for 8 years. Prior to that, he had served as the military governor of Benue Plateau State, and he became the first Director General of the Nigerian Security Organization. Sir, may I still request you and members of council to once again rise up the honor of his soul. May his his soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Press, you can now